Alan, you know that after my family, the thing I love most in the world is cheap beer. And Carlsberg is starting to look like cheap beer. Should I be slurping it down?
I think it's a little early.
Mm.
There's no doubt that the shares of Carlsberg are cheaper than any of the European
It
listed.
looks like a monstrous discount.
Yeah, it's a
Eight
big,
times EV to EBITDA.
yeah, and it's there for a reason. All right, the reason is that they've got problems in Russia. It's a big bet for
Mm.
the company. It's roughly a third of their profits. When you look at it, they've built up this position over time.
Mm.
Investors are asking, why do I want to take this bet?
Well, let me ask you, is the problem here the Ukraine and the sanctions and the political turbulence? Or is the problem just the Russian market for beer is poor?
Yeah. Yes and no. On the Ukraine side, yes, it's having an impact.
Right.
Overall, that's hurt them, particularly in the east of the Ukraine. They've seen some pressure on the business there. But the big chunk is Russia, and the problem with Russia for them has been dealing with government interference in the beer market. You know, whether it's rising duties for beer or how beer is distributed, whatever.
So it's not the sanctions per
It's
se.
not been the sanctions per se, and the company will tell you that. And in fact, one of their top competitors, Heineken, almost defends Carlsberg, says, look, it's hard there. It is hard. So, you know, when we look at Carlsberg's report today, earnings report, in fact, they were okay. The problem is they're very worried now, and they're downgrading their estimates for the full year, partly due to the outlook for Russia.
So a big discount, but one that looks merited given the pressure we see on earnings, especially earnings from Russia. What's the lesson here? Where can we go from here?
In my humble opinion, now it's very easy to trade backwards, but in my humble opinion, I would say there's been, you know, it's the portfolio management here. You know, the industrial logic of going into Russia, fine, made sense. One of the largest beer markets in the world. It was a growing consumer market, getting wealthier. We expected by now. Problem is they didn't anticipate and couldn't have anticipated the interference from the government. But the bet was pretty big. As I said, it's a third of profits.
So the lesson here.
They don't have enough scale elsewhere, right?
Yeah. The lesson here then is you have to be cautious making a big bet that an underdeveloped market will develop.
I think it's, as I said, it's about portfolio management, in my opinion.
Thanks very much.